Yeah, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. That'll be me, by the way. Today I'm going to read you an extract from my latest book to give you a sample as to what happens within the pages. Here we are. That's the name of my name, by the way, John G. Sutton. Yeah, HMP Manchester, Prison Officer, Part 2. I'm going to read you this, and it's going to be created in an audio book. This book is currently published on Amazon in both Kindle and in paperback, but it's going to be published in audio books with the same reader, the same actor that did the first book, Alan Turton, and the first book is also available on Audible. This will be available on Audible and audio books, but it's not going to be available until about August. So this is an extract from the book. Strangeways was extremely overcrowded, so much so that at times inmates had to be housed in the gym, sleeping on the floor with just a mattress and blankets. The landings were packed, 3 to a cell, and still new inmates were admitted to the prison. There seemed to be no limit, no point at which the jail was considered to have reached capacity. Over 2,000 inmates in a prison built for 900 in 1868. It was a disgrace. Many of my fellow officers were concerned about this, but the Prison Officers Association were not interested. When I asked what the trade union intended to do about it, the chairman, Brian Baldwin, said, "The overtime. Think of all the overtime." I was thinking of that and did not want to work more hours. I wanted to work less. As it was, my average working week consisted of approximately 60 hours, and on top of that, I was attending St John's College, Manchester, studying sociology. The kitchens serving Strangeways were located between D1 and E1, accessed through a locked door leading to a stone corridor, at the end of which stood the main preparation room. It was around 10 a.m, and I was on legal visits, going round the prison, collecting the inmates listed, one of whom was working in the kitchens. As I walked into the preparation room, I saw a group of inmates gathered by a massive floor-standing boiler unit used to cook the potatoes. I thought nothing of this and just shouted out the name of the inmate I required for legal visits as I called his name and number, 974 Smith. The inmates round the huge boiler burst out laughing. Wondering what this was all about, I went over and asked them where the inmate was and why the laughter. "He's in the pan," one said, and lifted the large stainless steel lid. Sure enough, there, in the middle of the spuds and water, was a naked man. "Are you 974 Smith?" I asked, and he confirmed that yes, he was. "Well, get out of there and get dressed. You has a visit from your solicitor." That's an extract from Prison Officer, Manchester, Part 2. Sincerely hope you enjoyed that. Lots of strange things happen in prison. Initiation ceremonies. My brother was telling me about an initiation ceremony they had in the police when he was there. They had a new guy join the CID when he was in Manchester, and they persuaded him that they were going to play a trick on another new recruit that had just joined the CID, like a week after him. And they said, "What we're going to do is we're going to put you in the mortuary, yeah, because the local mortuary, and he said, "You get on the slab, and we'll put you into the mortuary." He said, "And when this man comes in and he opens you up, and wheels you out, you just sit up and say, 'Good afternoon.'" So, all right, I'll do that. So they laid him on this sliding thing that they put into the cool box, and they put him in, and he's in there for about 15 minutes. I think it's taking a bit of a long time, and he's laid there on this slab, and all of a sudden he hears a voice saying, "It's bloody cold in here, isn't it?" What they'd done, the police had put both of the new CID recruits into the same mortuary and never told either of them. Yeah, so that was one of the police kind of jokes. See, they're only human beings at the bottom of it all, aren't we? I mean, but that kind of carry on. I mean, I was at the prisons, and the same kind of thing happened. They put somebody in, stripped them naked, and put them into the pan with the potatoes. Not when they were boiling, of course. It's when they were first preparing them in the morning. And they had a group of visiting magistrates come round and say, quick, put the lid down. So the magistrate, they don't tell you when they're going round, So they got brought into the kitchen, and they got this guy in the pan, with all the spuds, stripped bollock naked, in the pan, and he's banging on the top of the pan. And the magistrate said, "What on earth is that?" So when they opened the pan up, this guy put his head up, said, "All right," and off they went. Yeah, those were the days, eh? So anyway, lots of strangely dark, amusing insights into my times in the prison. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab your goat, lads. It's time for the hills. I'm going to sing you a song. I think I'm going to sing you a song anyway. That's the plan. Whether it works or not's another matter. Let's give it a go, shall we? This is a song by Johnny Cash. It's the Man in Black. Yeah, so you've been warned. That's it, the song ding is done. You sealed your fate. If you're still watching, then you're responsible for your own results. So if you think Elton John sounded a bit older, well, he didn't quite sound as old as me, does he? Well, you wonder why I always dress in black, why you never see bright colours on my back. And why does my appearance seem a sombre tone? Well, there's a reason for the things that I have on. I wear the black for the poor and beaten down, living in the homeless, hungry side of town. I wear it for the prisoner who has long paid for his crime, but is there because he's a victim of the time. I wear the black for those who've never read or listened to the words that Jesus said, and the road to happiness through love and charity. Why, you'd think he's talking straight to you and me. Well, we're doing mighty fine, I do suppose, and our streak of lightning cars and fancy clothes. But just so we're reminded of the ones who held back, up front there ought to be a man in black. I wear it for the sick and lonely old, for the reckless ones whose bad trip left them cold. I wear the black in mourning for the lives that could have been. Each week we lose 100 fine young men, and I wear it for the thousands who have died, believing that the Lord was on their side. I wear it for another 100,000 who have died, believing that we were on their side. Well, there's things that never will be right, I know, and things need changing everywhere you go. But till we start to make a move, to make a few things right, you'll never see me wear a suit of white. I love to wear a rainbow every day and tell the world that everything's okay. But I'll try to carry off a little darkness on my back till things are brighter. I'm the man in black. There you go. The Man in Black by Johnny Cash. This is John G. Sutton, Tales from the Jails. Don't forget to get my book, folks.